Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. From our secret underground headquarters, I am Dr. Suckit. And today, I'm bringing to you a deck called Esper Spirits. Now this is my attempt to try to find a deck that does a reasonably good job of working with Hallowed Haunting. And as we might remember, the Mardu Haunting kind of blew. So now we're looking at an Esper version of this, where we're playing with white, black, and blue, rather than white, black, and red. So the cards we have here today are the Paladin Class, which spells your opponent's cast during your turn cost one more, creatures get +1, and whenever you attack until the turn target attacking creature gets +1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strikes. Not bad. Lantern Bearer is a cheap flying 1/1 that turns into an enchantment that provides +1/+1 and flying. So that's a good utility card. We have Village Rites for sacrificing a card, like this guy right here, which allows you to draw 2 cards. So that's a good use of low-end black right there. Clarion Spirit provides a spirit, which is going to totally help out the Hallowed Hauntings, because any of the spirits it creates will gain power equal to the number of additional spirits that are out there, and this guy creates additional spirits. This is a protection, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control, the target creature, a planeswalker, or as a land. We have Rune of Sustenance, which gives you lifelink and is an enchantment. Mischievous Catgeist, which is a cat spirit. And whenever it deals damage to a player, you draw a card. So that's a good low-end thing. And then he gives himself as an ability to something else. So this is part of that whole Crimson Vow spirit into enchantment thing, which works great with Hallowed Haunting. Deadly Dispute, there's your low-end black that allows you to take things out. So Village Rites and this take advantage of that stuff. 2 cards. This one creates a treasure token as well, but it costs you 1 more to play it. Dorothea, Vengeful Victim. I love this card. This is a great spirit card. Once again, it's a spirit to enchantment, and you don't lose her ability. So, she sacrifices herself at the end of the combat. But if you could then use Village Rites on it before that happens, then you'd get lots of extra abilities out of it. Vanishing Verse, taking things out that are monocolored. Meathook Massacre, great level of protection. Moon-Blessed Spirit, we saw her before. She's a good job of finding the enchantments you need. Faithbound Judge is a spirit to enchantment, and its enchantment, if you can get it to work, is great, because if you can get it, you put it onto your opponent, and when they are 3 or more judgment counters on it, the enchanted player loses the game. So that is great. There's Katilda. She's awesome with Hallowed Haunting. Patrician Geist, flying. Other spirits get +1/+1. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 1 less. I'm not sure what we're playing from our graveyard, but really just the fact that he's a spirit lord is fantastic. Brine Comber, so this is a spirit to enchantment, and when he enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 flying spirit token with flying. Whenever Brine enters the battlefield, or enchantment creature becomes a target. So it's just when this thing comes into play, you create an additional, becomes an enchantment that doesn't do anything when it's on there, but it just, as it comes into play, it creates an additional spirit. So we're going to be creating a lot of spirits, which will be great for Hallowed Haunting. Invitation only, so that's another sweeper we got right there. Hopefully either you'll have nothing out, or you'll be able to have a lot left over after it's done. And then Kaya the Inexorable. So exile target non-permanent, which is great. Put a ghost form counter on up to 1 target non-token creature that says when it dies or put an exile, return it to its owner hand, and create the spirit with flying. Okay, so she's all about creating those spirits as well. That's her plus. What's the negative on this? When you get an emblem at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a legendary spell from your hand, from a graveyard, or from amongst cards you own in exile without paying its mana cost. What is legendary in this thing? Katilda, maybe, so therefore she could not be gotten rid of. You just keep bringing her back potentially. So see, the only runes we have are, I believe, the Rune of Sustenance. I don't see the black or the blue versions of those. So the other ones are usually pretty hot on the runes, but not in this case. As far as the lands are concerned, it looks like we've got duels, dual, and a couple of others. That's just crazy. There's just so many dual lands in here. And what are we looking at? We're looking at 19 lands. We have those land cards that are still in play. We've got 18 creatures and 23 non. So it's an interesting mix. It's fairly solid. Let's see how this thing plays out. All right, we're playing against Menegroth. I don't have any idea what Menegroth is. All right, so we got 3 lands. We've got Paladin Class, Village Rites, and a Brine Comber. Let's see how well it works. All right, let's go off with a slow land since I got almost nothing. I mean, I could have put the Paladin out, but I got nothing for turn 2. All right, so we could do, what is this anyway? White, blue. God, we need the black. So let's play the black. Let's do the Paladin Class. And if it's 3, we could do that, which isn't really going to help us out, so we don't have creatures yet. Great. All right, so this can come out, which allows us to play the Brine Comber. We got our Spirit. What I really want to do is sacrifice that Brine Comber. I'll take the hit. It's still early. All right, here, do I need a lot of black potentially? Yeah, let's just do the black. All right, gosh, I do the Haunting now. Let's just send in the clowns. So I'm just going to Village Rites the Brine Comber if the Luminarch decides to... Oh yeah, there we go. Well, that thing has Vigilance? That's crazy. Should we go for it? Yeah, we should at least get that point of damage in. Alright, let's give this guy a kill. Oh, nice. Alright, with this point we are done. Next turn, if he puts it up to 3, we could still massacre what he's got on the board. This isn't good. I hope he doesn't. Don't put it on the cleric. Yes. Keep him mobile 3 or less. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Auto pay. And it's gonna have some recursion in there, obviously, and then yeah, that Olympic Escort's gonna keep the cleric alive. We wiped out the board otherwise. Oh, too bad. And we win. I guess he just feels embarrassed about that oversight. You shouldn't be embarrassed, dude. Alright, we're going against XondeX. I assume it's pronounced that way. XondeX. We got 1 mana. Yeah, I'm not keeping this. Mulligan. And we got 2 mana this time. Alright, who are we getting rid of here? Invitation only. That's who we're getting rid of. Keep. Death Touch. Nice. Yeah, let's do the slow land. I wonder if we're going to be seeing that Fang guy. The Golgari poison, essentially. Alright, so what do we got here? We got white. And we'll have black and blue. Let's play... I kind of want to put out blue. Do I have anything for blue? Yeah, there we go. Look at me playing blue and having to make decisions like a sucker. There he is. That's the guy I gotta kill. Should I just kill this? I should. That's the thing about poison decks, is that they are very susceptible to taking out their creatures. That's exile, right? Yep. He's no recursion from that thing. You're not bringing it back from the graveyard. Let's go for the Hallowed Haunting. It's pretty much what we came here for. I'm going to save this for the next bin. Nope. And maybe I should have killed that thing. Let's draw some cards. Okay, so the reason I'm not playing the Paladin class is I want to put out the Haunting so I can put out the Paladin class over the top of that, which will then get me the Spirit. There's the Finn. That's the guy that I gotta kill. How am I doing? Got the ability to. Is that an instant? Alright, so Finn has got to die. That's all there is to it. So all my dreams are slowed down. Alright, so we're at 13 even. He's got 4 showing. I got 4 showing. He's got a man land. And he's got that chick. He's going to go for a sacrifice. Yep. All right, so we've got a 2 out. What do I need to do here? 3 would pop that guy up. This guy would give him also another 1, which I make my little spirit really, really, really powerful. Of course, he'll die. I need enchantments to power the Haunting. I can't block flying guys. Both those guys fly. I guess that'll do it. Got lifelink at this point. That's not good. We're getting outclassed is the problem. All right, good. This guy has got protection from vampires, and he's playing vampires. And then we can put out this guy. And attack with the guy on the ground, then... No, I'll just defense. I got 1 good flyer who's got defense against defense. Oh, that sucks. But they've all got death touch too, so yeah, I think that's it. That sucks. All right, so Doesn't really matter here. Protection from whatever. And then we will... And that's the end of it. But yeah, he's got enough to get 2 good hits in, I guess. Oh, maybe I'll live. Yep, so it just takes him touching me one more time and I'm dead. It'd be really nice to get something that would wipe the board, and none of that is going to do it. Let's see. Let's white it up. Should I go for the Village Rites and see what I can get that might be able to wipe the board? He's got 19 life, so I'm not going to make it through that. That's not going to do us any good. That's not going to do us. That's our only hope. And we did not get anything that was going to help us out terribly much here. And no attacks. What do I got? 2 flyers, and I got 2 flyers. And at the beginning of your end step, so I'm dead. That's all there is to it. Oh, that guy lucked out. That guy lucked out. I mean, it was a 20-0 blowout. So it wasn't that lucky. But the last 2 of his top decks were... come on. We've got 2. We got some extra land. We'll keep it. Paladin Class. What do we got? Creatures here. We've just got Dorothea. Got 4 right there, but as far as mana is concerned, see, it's gonna be slow. Yeah, the slow mana in this deck is sucking, and we're going up against fast. That's not going to help us out here. Nice. All right, that's going to help us out here. There's 3. Let's put out Dorothea. That lifelink's going to help us out big time. Oh, do I really care? Yeah. The more we wipe out, the better off we're going to be. Nice. This guy's got a big butt. That guy is going to be helpful. They're in a flak. I think he's going to go for a 3-point direct damage. Yeah, whatever. Can't gain life this turn. That's going to kind of suck. And we win. All right. We fought off a mono red goblin deck. In this deck, Esper Spirits, we saw a different way of playing with Hallowed Haunting. This had a lot more creatures to it. It was great. What was really nice was all of those creature to enchantments, like the Brine Comber here. You know, sure, he's a 1/1, but when he comes to play, he brings out a spirit token. and then he becomes an enchantment, which helps out Hallowed Haunting by allowing it to put out yet another spirit. The problem is that we were getting out lots of little creatures, and they would die, and we would never have anybody to actually put the enchantments back onto. And our mana was so slow because of the way it would come out, that we would never have a chance to really put out Hallowed Haunting. And then we only have one Meathook Massacre. What was that other one that we have? Invitation only? We only had one. So we had 2 sweep cards in the entire deck to try to keep all of the mono whites and all those low-end weenie decks at bay. So this deck is just not balanced for the meta. It's still way too focused on trying to provide spirits and enchantments for Hallowed Haunting. But it's playing for itself. It's not playing for what everybody else is doing. And so it's too easy to get slapped around. I got to say, after playing these Hallowed Haunting decks that we played so far, Hallowed Haunting should not be the star of your deck. It's too slow, and while it's useful, it just is not an end card that is going to finish things up. So I would say Hallowed Haunting would be a great side card to help out, to definitely kind of push things forward, but don't build your deck around it. Don't make it into the central purpose of what's going on, because it might just be that this deck is off balanced and it needs faster lands, more sweepers, but sweeping out your own guys, I guess it could be okay, provided, that you get your enchantments back afterwards. But if you've wasted your enchantments on guys that you then have to sweep, where are you at? So what am I going to rate this deck? I'm going to say I'm going to give it into the B- category, meaning that it's actually playable. You can actually do something with it, and it's got some fun synergies going on. But it is way too fragile, and it takes too long to ramp up. And the kind of deck that it is, which is basically just a mid-range, I'm going to ramp some dudes up type of thing, it can be wiped out, and it takes too long to build up your forces to get to that point. It would just take one Doomscar and you're screwed, and then you have to start over from scratch again. And it's just too slow. That's what his problem is. It's just too slow. So Esper Spirits, I give you a nod on my cap for being at least playable, but you are too slow to be competitive. That's all I have to say about this deck. Hey, that's it for now. I thank you very much for watching. I would really appreciate it if you could like or subscribe to this video, because it helps me out a lot. I just want to remind you that you've made this day a special day just by being you. There is no person in the whole world like you, and I like you just the way you are. I hope to see you back here tomorrow, folks. Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye-bye.